today we are also covering this basic modeling tools and basic modifying tools. We will complete this topic today. Now let me share the 3ds Max screen. So is it visible for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So in the previous class we have learned that how we can customize our unit setup, right? So by default we will have generic units. And what is the generic units value? 1 unit is equal to 1 inches by default. That is the system unit setup. So you can change it after that. So this is an arbitrary unit system, and there is metric and US standard. US standard is for feet and inches. So basically we will use metric. So according to your requirement, you can choose millimeter, centimeter, meter, kilometer. So millimeter is good for us. Click on OK, and then we can check our user interface settings are all done, so that we have learned. Then we can go to our preferences. So in the file tab we can check that auto backup is enabled. And one more thing, that is convert local file paths to relative, that should be also checked. Okay, why? Because when we will upload some pictures into our materials, and that pictures is saved in my system, but when I will transfer my 3ds Max file into another system, so those files will be shown as missing, not found. But if you check convert local file paths to relative, so that will work properly. So that's why we should check this option. Okay, and increment on save, that I have told already. So it's up to you. You can check it, you can uncheck it. Okay, if you want to save in increment, so that's not required right now, so I'm unchecking this one. And you can check this compress on save, so that will you will have lesser uh, the file size will be lesser, so that's why compress on save and click on OK. So these are the things. And then go to your file and project. You must uh, keep the file location. What will be the folder? So the default is in the document 3ds Max, the version, and the scenes is the right folder, and you choose that. And after that you can save it in that location, or else you can create your folder and there you can save it. So this is the setup. You should first go with that. And workspace default is set. And one more thing is that if you want to change this uh, color layout, so that you can change it from here also. So that's the thing. And the viewport layout setup is if you need to change that, so you can add some viewport setups, okay, from this viewport layout tab. All right. Now the scene explorer was unchecked from here, so that is not required. So it's better that you don't have here, so that you get bigger viewports. And now let's go to some more modeling parts. So in the previous class we have checked box and cone, how we can create. So we can create sphere also. So creation method is center. So this will be the center, total center of that uh, model. Okay, that is sphere. So you can choose center or edge. So this is the center, and you can change the radius. Okay, change the radius and the segments. So segment, the more segments you have, the smoother objects you will have. Okay, so radius, from here you can change it, like you can give it 600, the round figure. And if you change the segment, so then you can have another different kind of object you can get. Okay, so that you should check. You should go with this, right? So here you can see this kind of object you can have. And now you can have hemisphere also. Okay, so if you do it 180, 180 means half. Okay, so half, so sorry, it's my mistake. Yeah, so even after that you can go to this modifying, then there you can provide 180. Or just a minute. So here you can see, so it's not taking 180, it's taking like 0 as the whole figure, and then 0.5 as half. Okay, so you can do it the same as slice on. So slice on, you can 0 to, you can here give it slice from 0 to 180, that here you can give. So this way you can have a slice that will be vertically, and chop that will be uh, horizontally. Okay, and you can have squash also. So this way you can have squash. All right, so you can have squash and you can chop. Okay, and you can check with different segments, so you will have some different idea how you can create, like, okay, so see, if you want to create a diamond like this, right, diamond kind of shape you can create, right? And you know E is the shortcut to rotate, right? These are the axes. Now this, if you want to rotate with precision, or if you want to move with precision, or if you want to scale with precision, so what are the steps you should follow? So for rotate, there is a angle snap toggle is there, angle snap toggle, so you have to on it. What is the shortcut for angle snap toggle? A, and right click on it for the settings. And what will be the angle, incremental angle value? So 5, so you can give 1, you can give 1 also, you can give 1. So now if you rotate, you can check it. Now if you rotate, see, you can get with 1 increment and you can have the precision like this. So if you want directly want to rotate with 90-degree incremental angle, so here go to this angle snap toggle icon and right click on it, and here you can provide that 90-degree also. So from that position it will rotate 90-degree. See, okay, all right. So this way you can rotate it. And now this percent snap toggle is there also. Okay, so percent snap toggle is the same settings with that. So here you can give the percentage, that percentage for scaling with. Okay, so now if you this percent snap toggle, this doesn't have any shortcut, so you can click on this icon and now press R for scale. Now if you check that increase 10%, you can check in the coordinate display. There you can see 110, next 120, next 130, right? Okay, so if you want to put the value directly, so what for that what you can do, as because this scaling option is selected, or this scale is selected right now. So if you press F12, F12 is the shortcut key for transformation type in for this move, rotate, and scale. For these transformation tools, you can provide the value, right? So here you can give that value. Okay, and if you press E, so for rotation you can give the value, all right, in the X, Y, and Z direction. Okay, so make it 0 and make it 0, and that is 0, right? So if you press W, then here from here also you can make it. Okay, so here you can give the right value, like in the X direction you want to move 50 mm, so that you can provide, or 500 mm in the Y direction, right? And in Z that will be 0. So with precision you can transform. What is the shortcut? That is F12. Okay, so these are some tools are there, and your modeling tools that comes under standard primitives. Now plane is there. Plane is like a paper that doesn't have any height. It only have length and width. Okay, and you can provide segments as well. Okay, so here you can provide the length 10,000 and width like the same. Okay, and you can provide the segments as well. Sorry, you can provide the segments as well, length segment and width segment. So why it is not visible? Because we only have the visual style default shading, so I have to on the aged face, right? Aged faces, so then the age, the segments will be visible with the object color, right? So we have the plane, correct, and we can have some text also. With this text plus, here we can write it down like hello moto. Okay, so here we can write it down. We can give the length and width from here, so accordingly we will get our text. Okay, and if you go to modifier, you can provide extrude height. So the height will be at 0 because we are using it the first time. So then after that amount you can add, and segment you can also add from here. As I have told you that the more segment means the smoother and more polygons. So if you later convert it into poly polygon modeling, so that will have you will have more power to modify it and change it into some different shape and different form. So that's why you can add segments this way. So as because we are extruding, so it will have the segments in the Z direction. So you can add it if you want. Same like that, we have some extended primitives other. So chamfer box is there. So chamfer box you can identify with the name also that it is similar like box, but we can have the smoother version of box, right? We can have the fillet. So you can add the fillet segments as well. So the more segment means the more smooth, right? So for curvedness, you must provide minimum of 6 or 12 number of segments. Okay. So you can check the lesser means there will be some edginess. Smoothness will be less. Okay. So minimum 6 or 12 you should give. So I want you guys to check all this extended primitives option, and with this parameter changing the segment and the parameters the way I showed you for that sphere option, the same way you should go for it. Okay. Now we can have 2D shapes. We can create 2D shapes. So for that, this shape option is available here. And now this grid, according to the grid, if I want to create anything, so that grid will help me. So in the previous class, I have showed you the grid spacing. The grid spacing is right now 254, correct? So according to that you can do, or if you need to change that, so you can right click over here. So go to home grid, and there you can change the grid spacing, right? So that is okay for us. 254, that is okay for us right now. So next what I'm going to do, this line with the snap. This is the snap toggle. So this is when it is only useful, then only on this snap toggle. Otherwise it is also make confusion. It can also create confusions. So only use when it is required. So right click on it in the snap. uh, don't make unnecessarily available all this option, which is required, only check that. So right now I need grid points, so I will only check grid point. Okay, there is no okay option, so just check it and cross and see line. So we have line, rectangle, circle, arc, these all shapes are there. Text also available here. Here you will get uh, more options with text. Okay, so now you can see this creation method. Creation in the creation method, corner, and what will be the drag type means when you will drag your mouse pointer, what will be the effect. So if the Bezier means you can have both corner and smooth. So that depends up to your dragging. Okay, so let's go with this default options. So first I have clicked on this. Okay, so now I'm not holding my click. Okay, I'm only dragging my mouse pointer without holding any click. Okay, and then click, and now I will hold, and now I will get this smoother line. Okay, so this is the dragging type. Now if I don't hold the mouse click, so I will have corner options. So this will create corner, correct? Okay, so this way you can use. All right, so let's go with that. Now you might mistake when you are at the beginner stage, you might mistake. So what you can do if you have done mistake, suppose mistakenly you have created this way, so you don't want to start from the scratch, you don't want to uh, start from this point, so you can press backspace. Here Control Z won't work. Backspace. Backspace is the key to undo. All right. So now I hope you understand. So let's create. See, I have done a mistake, so I'll press backspace key. Okay. See, with that grid points snap, I'm getting this. Okay. So I'm going to create a stair. So how many steps I have created? So I will make 4 more. So it's asking yes or no, obviously yes, and done. Okay, and now what to do? Here you can check it. Right? So I have done this in top view, so I should be doing it in the front view. So no worry, I can rotate it after that. So for that I will go to this angle snap, and here that angle snap will be 90° at a 90°. Okay, and oh, sorry, so that should be on. What is the shortcut? A and the right direction. Yes, now it's perfect. Correct. So next you want to move it on this above the grid plane. So for that select move, and this option should be on. And now what you have to do, you have to check this vertex option, right? Vertex and grid points both will be checked. So select with this and place it over here or above this black line. Okay. Now go to modifier option, and then you can give extrude. The modifier extrude, and here you can provide the run length for your stair, so that it can be provided 3050 mm. Okay, and you can provide segments if it is required. If it is not required, you can provide the segment only one. Okay, so this way you can create your models with this shapes. You can create the 2D shape and then convert it into 3D. All right. Now you can have your walls also. You can create with this line. You can create walls also. So let's create this rectangle. So let's create at the top. Okay. So we'll off this snap. S is the shortcut. And now what I'll do, I will on this rendering, enable in the renderer, enable in viewport. So it will give me thickness. So not in the radial format, in the rectangular format. So I don't have to extrude it. In that line option itself, it will give me this thickness. Okay, so again go to this modifying option and in the rectangular. So what will be the width, what will be the length, so give it, so that is 250. Can check it, and that you can provide like okay. All right, so this way you can create your walls with the lines also. You can also extrude with the lines. So how you can extrude with the line options? So right now I only have the simple zero thickness line, and what I can do, I can right click on it and convert to editable spline. I will click on this, convert to editable spline, and then I can have the outline option. So for that I will select it. I will go to this editable spline, and in the spline option, so it will give me the power to modify even after that vertex, segment. This is segment. So each and every segment I can add vertexes also. Okay, so if I break it, so that from this at this point it will break into two segment. So this way I can add vertexes. Okay, so I'll not do that right now. I'll select this spline, click on this spline, and then outline. This outline option is there, and what will be the outline offset value? That will be 250 mm. Here you can see, right? And now click on this, right? Now what you can do, you can go to extrude option. EXT is the shortcut, and now you can extrude with the value. You can simply extrude. So that will help you to have right thickness and right amount of height. So this way you also can provide. Now give it a height 6050. Okay, so now you can add windows as well. So for that you need some cuts, right? So for that we can have this compound objects. This pro boolean option is available for those operations. So before that I should create some box. So for that this auto grid should be on, so I can create on this surface. So that will help me, that auto grid will help me. See how easily it is adapting the coordinate system accordingly, right? See, when I'm at the top surface, accordingly it adapting the coordinate system. When I'm at this surface, it's adapting the coordinate system accordingly. Okay, so you can give the height and length and width. All right, so the segment is not needed because we'll only make pro boolean operation only. So you can push it a little bit to the inside of this wall and then go to your compound objects and then go to this pro boolean and then this subtraction, this subtraction will be selected, then go to the start picking which one will be subtracted. So for that select this wall first and then pro boolean, and then in the subtraction start picking, this will be subtracted, right? This will be subtracted. Suppose after the subtraction you want to change the length and width of this window. So for that, what you can do, you can select this and then you can go to that operands option. Okay, now select this, go to modifier. This is not needed. I think this operands option is there, and in that operands uh, this box should be selected so that you can change the position of this, right? And just a minute. This okay, so select this and go to compound objects and pro boolean, then select this subtraction, go to this start picking option and then select this window, and after that go to modify and then select this one, so we are not getting this because I have done this as extrude. So for that you can, for that what you have to do is select this one and right click and convert to editable poly, and there you can add some more options. You can go to this polygon and select this, and you can extrude from here and give the value like that. And now it is right now editable poly is, and from that standard primitives auto build on box, and select this and go to compound objects and select this pro boolean, subtraction is on, and click on this start picking, and now you can go to this modifier option. Now you will get this box. Okay, and you can right now change this length, width, and height of that box. So see, I'm changing it. Okay, even after that. So if you need to change this box after that, so this way you should go for it. Okay, otherwise you will not allowed to change the length and width of that box. Okay, for pro boolean. So this way you can do it. Okay. So now you can see this, select this operands right now, and you can drag it, the position you can change it. Now if you hold the shift, and now if you drag it, you can have it another. Okay. Now in the pro boolean, click on the start picking, and this you can pick that sorry, this, yes, this box is right now there, so can again move it, right? So I think I have created too many boxes. Okay, so that shouldn't be available. Okay, so for that, delete. So this way you can create only one box you have created. Even after that, you can do it this way. So what is the way? Again, let me do it. Standard, go to standard primitives, and with this auto grid option on, you can create a box. Move it a bit to this inside, and select this editable poly, and in that subtraction should be selected. Then click on this start picking option and select on this. Sorry, what's wrong with this? So this is pro boolean. In the subtraction, I should start picking and clicking. Okay, so this is okay. So what is happening? Let me tell you clearly. So as because that is copy is selected, so that's because it's making the operation, but uh, duplicating that box, so that should be selected as move. So that's why. So click on start picking and select this. Okay, so that is the reason we were getting that error. Okay, so this way you can create your 2D shapes, extrude it. Now let's create some baluster you can create with that line option. So we will select this line. Auto grid we don't need. Here we need snap. So S is the shortcut. We can create with our snap option. click and hold and then drag it, so then you will get this smoother option. Okay, so for undoing it, backspace is the key. So next, so right click over here. I need vertex. I don't need vertex right now. I need grid points only. So let's create that again. Or else what you can do, see, as I have told you, this snap will make you a bit confused and it will make the task very difficult. If it is helpful as well, but it is very much difficult also. Now I'll close it. Now I will press W. I'll move it. Yes. Now what I'll do, see the what is the center. So right now this is the center. So I don't need, because I will revolve this. So this should be the center, right? So for that, what I can do is I can go to this hierarchy tab, and there this pivot, this pivot or gizmo. Okay, so effect pivot only. I'll click on this effect pivot only, and then I can move it. Okay, then I can move it. So I need to move it exactly at the midpoint, so that will be better for me. So for that, I can go to this and check this midpoint on, and now I should on it is at the midpoint. It will snap it. Okay, and after that, alignment should be aligned to world. According to the world coordinate system, it should be aligned, and then it is done. Okay, can right click and exit, or you can press escape. So right now this uh, this is at the center point, or else you can go to effect pivot only, and yes, so this is so, and can click on align to world after that, and then come to this create or modifying tab, and then here you will not find revolve. So for that, lathe option is there. Okay, lathe option is there. to do that revolve. So degrees should be at 360. How much should be the segment? So for that, you must make 32 segments for more smooth. Okay, so this way you can also create. Now let me create some polygon modeling. Let me show you some polygon modeling, how you can create. So for that, I'm taking box.
Sir,
Yes.
can we stop for today?
We can stop it.
Overload हो जाएगा sir.
Okay. बस इस छोटा सा ही बाकी है बस.
Okay sir. Okay, no problem.
हाँ. तो बस 15 मिनट्स में ख़त्म हो जाएगा. ठीक है, तो हम एक सोफा मॉडल बनाएंगे जो कि वन पीस होगा. ठीक है.
Okay sir.
ओके, तो एक बॉक्स क्रिएट करेंगे. ठीक है, पहले तो रैंडमली बनाएंगे, उसके बाद यहाँ पे उसका लेंथ जो है वो प्रॉपरली देंगे. लाइक 1800 mm is the length, and we can provide with 32 or 3300, and the height should be like 500 or 525 mm, and I'm going to give width segment 2. Okay, so as now aged face is available, so I can see these segments. Okay, and next what I will do, I will click on W and I will place it at the origin, x0, y0 and z0. Okay, so now here you can see this is the top, this is the left, and this is the front. This is the front. Okay, I'm going to change the color with this, clicking on OK. And now what I will do, I will simply convert to editable poly. So editable poly means it's converting into its polygon. So that is vertex, edge, border, and the surfaces and the total element. Okay, so we will have better control to modify it, and we will convert this simple box into a sofa. So that is the most interesting part about editable poly. So you will have the single model. Okay, so right now what I am going to do here in the editable poly, see vertex, edge, border is available, and in the selection, from the selection you will get the same options. So to activate vertex mode, you can press 1, that is the shortcut. For edge, 2 is the shortcut. For border, 3 is the shortcut. For polygon, 4 is the shortcut. For element, 5 is the shortcut. Okay, so gradually we'll discover all these options, other options. Okay, so right now I'm pressing 1 for vertex. See, vertex has been selected. I'm going to the front view and I will select this. So see, within a single window selection, I have selected these 4 vertices, right? And what I will do, I will delete it. Okay, so this half box is available right now. Now what I will do, I will go for symmetry modifier, and it will give me back the other half. You can ask me, sir, why you have deleted the half and you bring it back. So you can see this, I have done with this symmetry modifier. Means when I will only working on the only one half, the other half will be symmetrical. So I will only make I will work only half. So that's the benefit. So that's why I have done with the symmetry modifier. Okay.
Okay.
You will understand after when I'll start working. And now what I will go with mesh smooth. Mesh smooth option is there to make it smoother. So mesh smooth option is available. So there is another option is available, that is turbo smooth. So that is for more smoother and creating more polygons. So that I must suppose you don't need mesh smooth right now. So you can right click on it and you can delete. Okay. And you can go to modifier and you can see turbo smooth option is available. Turbo smooth. See, so turbo smooth is giving me more polygons over here. See, right? So I don't need that much, right? So I will just simply delete it. I will mesh smooth. So I will select mesh smooth, and this nums will be selected. In that mesh smooth, you can choose classics to have more like that. Okay, more polygons like that. Okay, so nums will be selected and iteration 3 to 4 you can give it. So 3 is, and in the render when we will render, so then we also need it. So iteration for there will be 3 to 5. So there you can provide 3 or 5. So okay, now I'll switch into editable poly and go to vertex, and now I'll go to top view. Okay, so there I'll create some more edges and I will divide this section. So there I'll select quick slice. Quick slice is there to make a cut. So I'll select this and see, you have to make it straight. So you have to place your mouse pointer very carefully. So you can see the straight line is there. Now you can left click. Now this surface has been sliced. Here you can see, correct. Now I'll slice it over here as well, and make sure you are creating a straight line. Okay, so that you have to follow that needs. All right, and I'll press 4 to switch polygon. So now click, make sure you exit from this quick slice, otherwise you will create another slice which you don't need. Now I'm in the polygon, so I'll select this polygon and I will extrude. I will extrude with this default 254. Okay, and another extrude of that surface. So I could do that in one. There is a plus option is there, so it will add another extrude, and that is okay. And now in the left view, I need some design, right? So I'll again come back to vertex mode, and then I'll select this vertex. So see this two has been selected. I will move it little bit. I'll select these two vertex, move it a little bit. All right. So that you can do. Okay. So according to your design, you can create it. Okay. All right. Now
So
come
what if
to
I want to make it round?
yes. So that will make mesh smooth, or you want to make it exactly round, a curve, more curve,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So for that you can add with that quick slice more points. More points will help you to have a smoother curves. The more vertices is there, so that will help you to more exact smooth curve. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that you can do with this quick slice. Okay. Now let me do this part design. So for that, see this way I am adding quick slice. For this I need a vertex. So I'm adding it. Yes. Okay. Now I'll switch into vertex. This vertex. So for that I'll place 1. Okay. Make sure you exit from that quick slice. That you have to make sure. Okay. Then okay. See. You have to come to this vertex mode. Vertex mode. Select this vertex. Yes. Okay. Now I will go to polygon. I can click with this or I'll press 4. So now I'll select this with control, holding control. And now what I will do, I will click on this inset. So with an offset, it will add another face. So see, with an offset, it creates another face. So what would be the offset? So you can have like 35 or 30. Okay. And you can push it a bit. Okay. You can push it a bit. Yes. Now you can do bevel. So always I am clicking on this settings of those options, those features. Okay, so then I will have this values, this properties. So for this, I will add the same like 30 and how much that will be minus 50. What I have done. Okay, so sorry, there is the option polygon. It will be selected and then use bevel option. Then this value will be 50. Okay. So the extrusion, it will create, you can say that inset and extrusion is combined in bevel. Okay. All right. Yes. So let's create some more design over here. Okay. At the front. So I'll press 1 to switch into vertex mode, and you can fix this. You can select this, can fix it, can fix it. Yes. Okay. So next I'll go for again quick slice, and I will, yes. So make sure you are making a straight line. Okay. So now I have this 4 faces. I'll again go to this polygon. I'll make sure you exit from the quick slice. Now what I will do, I will select it, and I will what I will do, I will directly bevel on it. So for this, the value will be half of the previous, from the previous, that is 15, and this one will be minus 25. Sorry, polygon with the bevel minus 25. Yes. Okay. Then again select this, click on the settings and click on this right check. Select this, right check, select this, bevel and right check. Now switch into vertex. Now I will align these vertices. I'll select this wheeled edges, and what I will do at the X, I will make it 0. Just simply right click on this arrow, so it will be 0. Okay, so simple and easy. Okay, now what we will do, we will go to 4 polygon. I will select this, these two, and again extrude it. Okay, again extrude it. Now you can go to this vertex, sorry, polygon, extrude it, and make sure click in the right check, and again go to vertex mode, and here you can yes. Okay, so yes, all right, now I'll go to the front. So I will make this part with some design. So for that I need some more points. So for that I'll create this. Make sure you are creating the straight line for the better design, right? And I'll click over here. Okay, yes, now I'll switch to vertex mode. I'll drag this up. Yeah, okay, so this way I'll create, and next I'll go to this edge, and I will select this edge, and to select this continuous edges, so I will select only one, and there I'll get in that selection, I'll get this loop option. This will allow me to select all this connected with that edge, and then I will click on this chamfer. Okay, so I from that edge I'm getting these two edges, so I don't need this center, I need only those two, so I'll make it 0. Okay, I'll make it 0, and what will be the distance, the chamfer value, that will be 30 mm. Okay, or else you can make it more also. So okay, that is there, and you can add some more design also. So for that you can select this edge and click on this uh, loop. Click on the loop, that will be selected, and you can again do chamfer over here, and for here I will make 2, and the value will be like double, like 75. Let's make it 75. I'll click on OK, and now I'll switch into polygon, and what I will do, I'll select this and select this, and I will now for polygon you will not get this loop option. So to selecting this, you have to hold shift button and then click. Okay, hold shift button and then click. Okay, so I don't need this sitting portion to be selected. So for how we can deselect, with pressing Alt we can do this deselecting. So as because this crossing is there, so I'll make it window. Okay, I don't need to be selected for this part as well. Up to this only need to be selected. So these are the parts need to be selected, and I won't select these two also. And then what I will do, I will extrude. So how much value should be there? Like 25 should be the value. Yes, that's very good. And now if I switch into mesh smooth, you can see. Now see, now if I select this mesh smooth, symmetry, editable poly options are there. So if you can keep these things, you can keep it where if you need to change after that. Okay, only then you keep these things. Okay, if you don't need this, so how can you merge all these things? So right click on it. Okay, so right click on any of this modifier, right click either mesh smooth, either symmetry, right click on it, and you will get collapse all, and click on it, click on this yes or hold yes, click on yes. Okay, so now you will get only editable poly. So now you can change after that the poly modeling, you can do it. Okay, so this way you can create a sofa with poly modeling. So this is the most advanced feature of 3ds Max. Okay, so your task will be to create cushions. You can create this sofa, right? Following these steps, I will upload the video. Following these steps, you can create the sofa easily, right? You just have to create cushions by yourself. Okay, this is the home task, to create the sofa and the cushions. Am I clear with the task?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, definitely practice this, because if you don't practice, you will not get this efficiency. So definitely practice. If you get any doubt, please ask me.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, then I'm closing the recording.